All right, welcome out here to Buchholz Park here, Stevens Point. Thursday, April 10th, we've got a regular season non-conference game here between the Wittenberg-Birnamwood Chargers, the visiting Chargers here, playing out of the Central Wisconsin East Conference, and the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals here, hosting here on this somewhat frigid day, although it's not snowing out, it's not sleeting out, so we will take that. That is a victory. Our Auto Select pregame show here, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. So Wittenberg head coached here today with Brian Sipple. They are 2-0 overall here in this early goings, coming off the 5-4 victory just a couple nights ago over in Wautoma. They'll be back in action on Saturday at Manawa. That looks to be an 11:45 start, at least from what I could see anyways. And then they'll be at home next Monday hosting Bonduelle. Pacelli, on the other hand, 1-2 here on this young season. Head coached Wayne Sankey, and of course all of assistants Joe Weinberg, Sam Grivach, Jeff Saddlemeyer, and of course legendary John Raflick. So our Auto Select pregame show is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. So Kelton Opper gets the start here today for the Cardinals. Defensively, you've got Thomas Uemura over at first base, Lucas Hammerly at second, Melise Badun over at short, Sully Schober at third, Eric Rinke doing the catching here today. Bryce Flaker out in right field, Jaden Garski in center field, and Braden Flaker in left field. And doing the designated hitting today will be Nate Hammerly. So we are underway here. Xander Barkey here, the first hitter here for the Chargers, number 19, the right-hander. Left-handed senior Kelton Opper, and this is in, so it's 1-0 now. So Opper to Barkey here. Ball hit, that'll be out into the right field grass. A leadoff single for Xander Barkey to lead things off here for the Chargers early going. So they go with Barkey, Dickman, Meverden, Freza, Miller, Winston, Nowinski, Salveson, Davis, and Sipple. The order here today for the Chargers. Runner on. Uemura over at first holding on Barkey. That ball hit in foul territory, and Tomas Uemura there to retire Owen Dickman for the first out here today. The F3. One out now for Connor Meverden. The ball misses upstairs, so it is 1-0 here to Connor. Connor, third baseman here today for the Chargers. One out with Barkey on first. Opper's 1-0 pitch on the way. And the good move there by Opper. Uemura going down to second, but they are not going to be able to get him, and he will be in there to third. So Barkey, Opper probably in all likelihood would have had him. Has a pretty nice move. I know we talked a little bit about that on Tuesday night. Certainly him, Lucas, Melise, Tomas, all of these guys with those nice moves, and probably would have had him in all likelihood, but they did not get him, and that'll be a strike in there for Opper. So it goes 1-1 now to Meverden. And a swing and a miss, 1-2 now to Connor. With Barkey down at third, one out. Hopper up in the count here, works from the stretch. Hopper's 1-2 offering. Nice pitch, misses a little bit inside. It's 2-2 now. So the 2-2 pitch here from Hopper. That'll miss upstairs, so it goes full now to Connor with Oliver Freza in the on-deck circle here for Wittenberg-Birnamwood. Full count pitch, and that is in there for a called third strike. And that's the second out here. The Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Kelnopper. Called Jamie Wenzel at Serb Pro for the number one choice. And cleanup and restoration. Serb Pro like it never ever happened. That brings up designated hitter here, Oliver Freza, hitting in the 4 spot, number 17. Knopper's pitch is in there for a called strike. I beg your pardon, that's number 7. Oliver Freza, so a called strike. It's 0-1 now to Oliver. Breaking ball in there for called strike. It's 0-2 quickly here. Hopper's pitch fouled sharply over towards that first base dugout. Remains 0-2. Hudson Miller, the on-deck hitter for the Chargers, should Freza reach here. The 0-2 offering is lifted out of play and foul. Remains 0-2. And that's hit on the ground over to Badoon. Badoon gets a glove on it. The throw over to Uemura. And the 6-3 ground out to end the top half of inning number 1 here. A hit, no runners, 1 left on here, no errors. Will move into the bottom half of inning number 1 here. Scoreless out here at Bucco Park. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you in part from our friends from Hoff Favor Realty. Back here in 1 moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
All right, we are back out here, bottom half, inning number 1 here coming up. Melise Badoon will lead things off here for Pacelli, the senior shortstop, followed by Jaden Garski, Lucas Hammerly. Sipple on the hill here for the Chargers. Sipple working from the stretch here. The pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1 now to Badoon. And that'll miss just a little bit outside to Badoon. The 1-1 pitch misses. It's 2-1 now to Badoon. Sophomore Jaden Garski over in the on-deck area for the Cardinals. Just underway here out at Buchholz Park. Ball hit on the ground. And the 5-3 put out for out number 1 to retire Melise Badoon. That'll bring up the center fielder here today, sophomore Jaden Garski. With Lucas Hammerly in the on-deck circle. We saw Lucas Tuesday night pitch the first 2 innings over in Wisconsin Rapids. And that's in there for a called strike to Garski. It's 0-1. That ball hit in the air. Should be playable and the catch will be made. The F4 there to retire Garski for out number 2. And that'll bring up the senior left-handed hitting Lucas Hammerly. Although, as we mentioned, even in our broadcast just a couple nights ago, Lucas primarily bats from the left side, but we've seen him bat from the right-handed portion of the plate as well here. Takes down low. It's 1-0. Off speed misses out. It's 2-0 now to Hammerly. You've got Tomas Uemura in the on-deck area for the Cardinals. So it goes 3-0 now here to Hammerly. That's in there right down Wisconsin Avenue for the first called strike. It's 3-1 now to Hammerly. And a strike call there. It's full count now. Full count pitch here from Sipple to Hammerly. A swing and a miss, and that is the third out here, the strikeout. And the first inning of play here. We're scoreless out here at Buchholz Park. We'll move to the top half of inning number 2. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today in part from Hoff Favor Realty. Back here in one moment.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
All right, we are back. One of our many game day sponsors today, that's Home Furniture. Fill your home with the best from Home Furniture. Sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lightings, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home Furniture with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and on Post Road in Plover. Also brought to you today in part from the Oso Brewing Company. Oso Brewing Company in Plover offers a large, spacious place for your next gathering or just to watch the big game on a massive projector screen. Enjoy a great variety of pizzas and other hot food along with a cold soda. It's all at Oso Brewing in Plover. That is Oso Brewing. Plover just about a 13-minute drive here to the south, we'll say. Oso Brewing down off of Highway B over there. So that'll bring up Hudson Miller now for the Chargers. Hudson, the senior here, number 23, hitting today in the number 5 spot. Hopper back out for his second inning of work here. Had the one Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout in inning number 1. The one hit in that inning as well. Hopper's pitch misses. It goes 1-0 here to Miller. Colby Winsonson in the on-deck area for the Chargers. And that'll miss down in I believe. It goes 2-0 now to Hudson. The 2-0 pitch here from Hopper. That ball lifted down the line. That'll get just in front of the bullpen over there in right field there. So it's 2-1 now to Hudson Miller. Hudson playing in left field here to start things off for the Chargers. And that's in there for a called strike. It's even now at 2, and Hopper's 2-2 pitch. Just getting a piece of that to stay alive is Hudson Miller. Hopper, the tall, lanky left-hander. Two-two pitch here. And a swing and a miss for the second Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Kelton Hopper. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serpro for the #1 choice and cleanup and restoration Serpro like it never, ever happened. So Colby Winsonson up here, the second baseman here today, hitting in the number 6 spot. And a swing and a miss to Colby. It's 0-1. Hopper with the 0-1 offering here to Colby. That is lifted, and that will get just out of play there down the first base foul line there. So it's 0-2 now. Eddie Nowinski, the on-deck hitter for the Chargers. Hopper misses out. Outside, so it is 1-2 now to Colby. Again, as we mentioned in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, both teams back in action on Saturday. Looks to be a pretty dandy day, if I do say so myself, just based on the forecast anyways. So it's 2-2 now to Colby. Good day for 2, as they say. Let's play 2. Braden, who is that famous quote from? Of course. Ryan knew. And a swing and a miss, and the third Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Kelton Hopper. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So a pair of strikeouts here to start the top half of inning number 2. That brings up first baseman here, number 9, Eddie Nowinski. Hitting here today in the 7 slot. And a swing and a miss, so Kelton up quickly now 0-1 to Nowinski. Milo Salveson, the on-deck hitter for the Chargers. And Hopper firing in there. Seems to be firing on all cylinders at this stage anyways. Nice pitch there to grab the corner. It's 0-2 now to Nowinski. Hopper's 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and 3 consecutive Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts make that 4 for Hopper here today. Again, you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration Serve Pro like it never ever happened. We will bring it right back here on Zaleski Sports for the bottom half of inning number 2.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
All right, we are back. One of our many game day sponsors today, that's Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind roofing, siding, windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. That's Infinity Exteriors. So senior Tomas Uemura up here. Fouling that one away. He had the triple just a couple nights ago, Tomas. Pretty nifty player, if I do say so myself. Nice breaking ball in there. That was a great pitch there by Sipple. It's 0-2. I could see the bite on that curveball right from here. 40 feet up here. Uemura on the ground. Mishandled at second, and they will get the out. The 4-3 put out to retire Tomas Uemura for out number 1. That was Colby Winsonson with the play there, able to stay with it and still make the play there to get the 4-3 out to Eddie Nowinski for Sully Schober now coming up. Sully hitting in the 5 spot today, as we mentioned. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 1 to Sully. Eric Ranke, the on-deck hitter for the Cardinals. Sipple coming back just a little bit inside. It goes 1-1 now to Schober. Schober had a base hit over in Rapids a couple nights ago. And a good mix there by Sipple. It goes 1-2 now to Schober. That ball hit out into right field. Should be playable, and it is. So Easton Davis there to make the play for out number 2 to retire Sully Schober, the F9 for out number 2. And that'll bring up catcher here in number 2, Eric Ranke. Eric, the sophomore. We saw him on the hill a couple nights ago as well. Sippel's pitch here to Ranke is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Designated hitter junior Nate Hammerly is the on-deck hitter here for the Cardinals. Ranke gets just a piece of it. It goes 0-2, however. Sippel's 0-2 pitch here to Ranke, and going to be up and out, I believe. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch here to Ranke, and that will miss, so it goes 2-2. Sippel working from the stretch here to Ranke. The 2-2 pitch on the way, and a swing, and he'll stay alive. It remains 2-2. Breaking ball, a beauty at that, and that is strike number 3. And the third out here, we are through 2 innings complete. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We will move to the top half of inning number 3. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends from Hoff Favor Realty. Back here in one moment.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we are back here. Top half of inning number 3. We're just collaborating up here in the booth about the Masters tournament, which is underway down in Augusta, Georgia. Braden here tells me there was a hole-in-one here today.
It could have been like a practice round, but he had a hole-in-one.
Brian's going to fact-find that, I think. So that'll bring up the number 8 hitter here today, and Milo Salveson, number 20. He's been doing the catching here today for the Chargers. Hopper here with 4 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here thus far. Hopper's pitch here to Salveson is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. I believe we have Mr. A.J. Ligman here behind the plate, our home plate umpire today. Looking spry as always. He looks to be doing really well for A.J., good buddy here. Does some games for us at Zaleski as well. It's 0-2 now to Salveson, with Easton Davis, the on-deck hitter here for the Chargers. 0-2 offering from Hopper is grounded foul down near the Charger dugout.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
So the 0-2 pitch here to Salveson. Ball hit out in the air. Flaker and Garski And the play is made there, and a nice play there to retire Salveson. I think that was Garski that made that one, if I'm not mistaken, out in center. It was hard to... It was Garski and Flaker converging on that one. Regardless, it's 1 out now, and it's Easton Davis here, the right fielder. The number 9 hitter today. And Hopper coming in with the high cheese. It's 0-1 now. Hopper working from the stretch here to Davis. That'll miss outside. It's 1-1. And a swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now to Davis. 1 out, top half inning, number 3, no score out here at Buchholz Park. Just the one hit here between the two teams. That was a leadoff single by Xander Barkey back in the top half of inning number 1. Count goes even now at 2-2 to Easton Davis. Hopper's pitch misses outside now. It is full count here to Davis. Hopper from the stretch here, the 3-2 pitch here to Davis. And Davis will draw the base on ball. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order here in Xander Barkey. The shortstop here today, number 19, had a single. So he's 1 for 1 here today for the Chargers. With Davis down at first. Tomas Uemura holding him on over at first and catches a corner, and it's a called strike to Barkey. It's 0-1. So Barkey had that leadoff single and eventually was able to get to third on what I guess you would say was maybe a throwing error back in the first. No harm though, the run did not score. It's 0-2 now to Barkey. The 0-2 pitch here, 1 out to Barkey, is hit on the ground. It's going to be a tough play for Badoon. Badoon making a nice play, but he is not able to get the speedy Xander Barkey. An infield single for Barkey. So 2 hits here today for Xander. That'll advance Davis over to second. That'll bring up the center fielder here, and Owen Dickman, who popped out to first his last at-bat back in the first. Couple runners on, 1 out. Number 2 hitter Owen Dickman here, and that's in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Connor Meverden, the on-deck hitter here for the Chargers. Hammerly and Badoon, the 2 middle infielders there, with Badoon over at short, Hammerly there at second, the dynamic duo. A swing and a miss to Dickman. It goes 0-2 now. Hopper does such a nice job of mixing his pitches. Has a full arsenal of pitches, I have to think. And a swing and a miss, and that is the 5th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Kelton Hopper. Couple away now for Connor Meverden, who struck out looking in his first at-bat back in the first. Hopper's pitch hit over to second. That's Hammerly. That's going to be The play made there by Hammerly, the 4-3 putout to retire Connor Meverden. And the Chargers' top half of inning number 3 will move to the bottom half of the third inning here. Still 0-0 our score. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today in part from Hoff Favor Realty. Back in a moment.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Oso Brewing, we're committed to our community and charity events. We give back locally. We're spot on with tasty food right inside our brewery. Oso pizzas and sandwiches are the best kept secrets in the area. Come and enjoy our new patio atmosphere with friends and family.
It will be something you want to tell your friends about.
All right, we're back here. Culligan Water. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. So Nate Hammerly up now, his first at-bat here today, the designated hitter hitting in the number 7 spot. Sipple back out for his third inning of work here today. Has not surrendered a hit thus far. Early goings, of course. It's 1-0 to Hammerly. Sipple's pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Sophomore Bryce Flaker, the right fielder, number 5 in the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. Sipple misses outside. It's 2-1 now to Nate. See, you've got Bryce and Braden Flaker. So Bryce, of course, playing in right. Braden playing in left. And that'll miss just a little high, I believe. It is hitters count 3-1 now to Nate Hammerly. The Tomorrow River School District. Great things are happening at the Tomorrow River School District. Join the Falcon family. Are you ready to fly with us? And Hammerly draws the walk here. The first base on ball here surrendered today by Sipple. And that'll bring up sophomore right fielder Bryce Flaker here. And older brother Braden in the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. So the Bryce and Braden Flaker connection. Bryce showing bunt. That one's going to get by, and Hammerly will be down to second on that. So runner now in scoring position for the Cardinals, nobody out. And a 1-0 count here now to Flaker. The pitch here, and Flaker bunting that one. And a tough play, and laying out for that was Sipple, and that was going to be a tough play, but we'll see. They're going to, yep, that's a hit, I'd say. Good effort, though, by Sipple, and Nate Hammerly down at first, or second, I should say, and Bryce Flaker to first. Still nobody out. Top half of inning number 3 here, and Braden Flaker coming up. Braden playing out in left field here today for the Cardinals. Sipple working out of the stretch here for the Chargers. The pitch, and that'll miss downstairs. It's 1-0 now to Flaker. And a pair of brothers on this Cardinals team, the Lucas and Nate Hammerly connection and the Bryce and Braden Flaker connection. Bunting through that, getting a piece of it, but it's going to be strike 1 here, and it's 1-1. Bunt is on and throw down, and Nate Hammerly to get back under the tag just in time there. Sipple keeping a close eye on Hammerly out at second. Braden Flaker showing bunt and gets a pretty nice bunt down, if I do say so myself. The throw will go to third, and everybody will be safe. Bases loaded now here. So Braden Flaker executing a perfect bunt. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order here with Melise Badoon coming up. Melise grounded into the 5-3 ground out in inning number 1, 0 for 1 here today. Ball hit, and the play will be made. A pretty nice play. The tag is on, and scoring is Nate Hammerly. But you're going to get Flaker on the base paths, but the run will score. So Nate Hammerly scoring the first run. So the F9 for the second out. And that'll bring up center fielder Jaden Garski, who flew to second in his first at-bat. 0 for 1 here today. Braden Flaker over at first. Nate Hammerly scored that run, of course. First run of the ball game here. The 0-1 pitch here, and that misses outside to Garski. It's 1-1. You got the number 3 hitter, Lucas Hammerly, in the on-deck area for the Cardinals. Simple's 1-1 pitch, hit on the ground to short, and unable to hang on to it over at first, and Garski hustling it out. It will be safe there. So Flaker ends up at second, Garski at first, and that'll bring up Lucas Hammerly. Ridgetop Exteriors, just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. So a couple runners on here for the Cardinals. Sipple coming in, misses downstairs. It's 1-0 to Hammerly. Sipple's 1-0 offering here to Hammerly. Ball's going to be poked out of play and foul. It goes 1-1. Sandon Carpet One on Post Road and Plover is here to floor you with all the best in all of your carpeting and flooring needs. Whether for your home or business, you'll find help with choosing the right look and material to bring your flooring to the next level. That is Sandon Carpet One. And that ball hit sharply. That's going to be a base hit for Lucas Hammerly, and Flaker, the speedy Braden Flaker, I should say, coming in to score the second run, and that's an RBI single for Lucas Hammerly. So Braden Flaker scores that. And you got Jaden Garski at third now, so runners at the corner with 2 outs here, and the dangerous Tomas Uemura coming up here 0 for 1 here today. Hits that one sharply just out past Coach Saddlemeyer there. Taking good evasive action as Coach Sads. Nice job. Now Tomas, definitely from what I've seen, and certainly very early goings, but has a very quick bat, and Certainly has some speed to boot as well. The pitch to Uemura is in there for a call, and it's 0-2 now to Tomas. With Garski at third and Hammerly at first. Sipples offering, and a swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout and the third out here. But not before the Cardinals come away with 3 hits and a pair of runs here. Couple runners left on. We are through 3 innings complete here. We'll move to the top half of inning number 4. Pacelli out front 2-0. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from Hoff Favor Realty. Back in one moment.
It's hard to choose a new school. It's about academics, but also so much more. What does it mean to be a Falcon? Let me show you around. It means contributing to our communities and considering our role in making the world a better place. Asking good questions so we can understand the complexities of the world around us. Creating positive relationships across our differences so that we can hear others and be heard. Solving problems as a team with both creativity and resilience. Figuring out who we are and identifying the small decisions we make every day to become who we want to be. So what do you think? Are you ready to fly?
What's the game change? Yeah.
All right, we are back. One of our many game day sponsors today, Dahl Automotive. The Dahl family of vehicles has been earning 5-star reviews since 1911. Now, we'd like to earn your 5-star review at their new Dahl Honda and Dahl Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealerships in Stevens Point. You can learn more online at dahlauto.com. We're also brought to you today in part by Cheese Pleasers. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays for Wisconsin's finest cheese. Stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. So Opper back out for his 4th inning of work here. And Oliver Freza steps up here for the Chargers. Ball hit out of play, and that's going to go foul. Oliver grounded into the 6-3 ground out back in inning number 1. 0 for 1 here today. The 0-1 to Oliver, and that is in there for a called strike. It is 0-2 now to Oliver. Hopper today with the 5 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts. Just the 1 base on ball surrendered thus far for Hopper. And a swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Ranke there to corral it, and the throw down. And Frazo will be retired. And another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Kelton Hopper, his 6th. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never ever happened. Hudson Miller steps up here 0 for 1 here today. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. Hopper misses. It's 1-0 now to Miller. Top half inning number 4 out here at Buchholz Park. Leo Cub Manchesky Field to be exact. Hopper misses. It's 2-0 now. You've got Whitetail Properties. Whitetail Properties Real Estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you are looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. So Hopper down in the count 2-0 now here. Goes down 3-0. Does Kelton and Hudson Miller. With a 3-0 count coming up. Hopper, he'll miss outside, and a 4-pitch walk there. With 1 out here, and Cole Winsonson coming up here. He is 0 for 1 here today. Struck out his first at-bat back in the second. Hudson Miller down at first. And they'll say he went, and he did, so it's 0-1 now to Colby. Colby, the number 6 hitter here for the Chargers. Top half inning for Hopper with a nice move back. And Waimoda is going to run him down, and we're going to have a good old-fashioned pickle here. And the tag will be applied. Nicely done. And Hudson Miller, the second out here now. And as we mentioned, Kelton, that lefty, has that really nice move over. He's certainly worked on that throughout the years. I've had the good fortune of seeing him pitch for a lot of years, dating back to the Plover Whiting Youth Athletic days, in fact. And young man's kind of been destined to be a pitcher, I would say. Swing and a miss to Winsonson here. It's 0-2 now with 2 outs. Base is empty. And a swing and a miss, and that is the 7th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Kelton Hopper to end the Chargers' top half of inning number 4. Pacelli coming up here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. We will be right back here in just one moment.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
All right, we are back. One of our many game day sponsors, Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early childhood learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So Sipple back out for his 4th inning of work here for the Chargers. He has surrendered the 3 hits today. A couple strikeouts and a walk. With Sully Schober up. That's in there to Schober. Sully, the fly out, or line out, we'll say, out to right field in his first at-bat. Sipple's offering is fouled back into the netting. It's 1-2 now to Schober. So 1-2 now to Schober. Sophomore catcher Eric Reinke over in the on-deck area for the Cardinals. Breaking ball, and that is a beauty. A bender in there, and that's a called 3rd strike. The first out here, and that's out number 1 here, and Eric Reinke coming up. Sippo ball hit on the ground, and a tough play, and that'll get through, and that'll be a base hit for Eric Reinke. First pitch swinging. Fourth hit here today for the Cardinals. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Nate Hammerly. He walked and scored a run back in the third. There's one out here for Nate, with Ranke down at first. Ball misses. It's 1-0 now to Hammerly. 1-0 here. Sipple's pitch to Nate Hammerly misses. It's 2-0 now. Yeah, Nate Hammerly scored that first run here for the Cardinals. And that's in there for a called strike. It's 2-1 now. With one out and Bryce Flaker, the on-deck hitter for the Cardinals. The throw back down to check on Ranke, back in there safely. Swing and a miss. A steal is on, and Ranke is in there for a stolen base. Had a pretty nice jump. Count even now at 2-2 here to Hammerly. And a swing and a miss, and Hammerly down on strikes for the second out here, and Bryce Flaker coming up. Bryce had the infield hit back in the third. 1-for-1 here for Bryce today, with Ranke in scoring position. Ball hit on the ground, and the 4-3 put out to get Flaker for the third out. Runner left on, one hit. No errors, no runs here. We will move to the top half of inning number 5, where it remains 2-0 Pacelli. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process, from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970, in 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we are back. Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Also brought to you today in part by Ski's Meat Market. Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market, filled with more than 30 flavors of brats, along with chicken, steaks, beef, deli meats, local and seasonal favorites, and so much more. It's all at Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Today's game also brought to you in part by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. So we move here to inning number 5. Pacelli clinging to that 2-0 lead behind the very solid pitching here today thus far by senior left-hander Kelton Apper. And the 7-hitter and Eddie Nowinski coming up here. So you got 7, 8, 9 here coming up for the Chargers. Eddie 0 for 1 here today. Struck out back in inning number 2. Hopper coming inside, misses in, and it's 1-0 now to Eddie. Hopper's 1-0 offering here, and that is in there for a called strike. It's 1-1 now to Nowinski. That hit sharply over to Wimura. He stays with it, gets a glove on it, and unable to make the play there. I think they'll probably score that as an E3 perhaps. I'm thinking, but maybe not. Tough play either way, but we'll see. So leadoff runner aboard here, Nowinski, and Milo Salveson coming up here. Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. So the bunt being shown here. Ranky snap back throw down to first. And just back in there safely is Nowinski. Pretty nice snap throw there by the sophomore Eric Ranky. Nowinski narrowly getting back in there safely. Salveson gets down a pretty nice bunt. And that will work to perfection. Probably somewhat tough to get a handle on that one. Somewhat colder day here, but a couple runners aboard now with right fielder Easton Davis coming up now. Easton walked in his first plate appearance here today, back in the third. Bunt being shown here. Hopper will go to third to get the force there. And that'll be top of the order coming back here for Xander Barkey. He's got a couple hits here today. 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Runners at first and second now, with Salveson over at second and Davis down at first. It's 1-0 now to Barkey. And that's in there for a called strike. So the 1-1 pitch here from Hopper with a couple runners on, 1 out. Off speed misses. So it'll go 2-1 now to Barkey. Hopper set. The pitch is going to be fouled and out of play. Count will go even now at 2-2 to Xander. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So the 2-2 pitch here from Hopper. That'll miss upstairs and outside, so it goes full now to Xander. Full count, 1 out. Couple runners on here for the Chargers. Barkey up. The pitch lifted into the air. That is going to be... Play is not going to be made there, and so I think that will be scored. Boy, I'm thinking, yeah, that's We'll see how our official scorekeeper over here scores that. I would think probably an error. So now you've got the bases loaded here, and Owen Dickman coming up here. Owen is 0 for 2 here today. And that ball hit pretty well on the screws. That is at the track. The play is made. Braden Flaker doing a nice job to track that one down. And the first run will score here for the Chargers as Milo Salveson comes across the sac fly there for Dickman. So a couple away now for Connor Meverden. Connor 0 for 2 here today. Grounded out to second in his last at-bat. Back over in the third. Couple runners on here. Opper is going to miss down low. It's 1-0 now to Connor. Barkey over at first, and you've got Davis out at second. And it's 2-0 now to Meverden. Top half of inning number 5. And that'll miss inside, and it's now 3-0 to Connor Meverden. You've got Oliver Freza, the cleanup hitter in the on-deck circle for the Chargers, the designated hitter. To be thinking take all the way here probably. And that's in there for called strike. It's 3-1 now to Meverden. Hitters count coming up here for Connor. The 3-1 pitch here to Connor Meverden. Hit on the ground over to Schober. Long throw over to first. And he will be in there with a single there. That's Meverden. Hustling that one out. That was going to be a tough play no matter how you slice that one. So you've got runners every bag now here. Want to give thanks to so many of our game day sponsors. Stevens Point Orthopedics. Proud to welcome orthopedic spine surgeon Dr. Jason Pataki. Dr. Pataki is ready to serve the central Wisconsin community and is now seeing patients. More information regarding spine and back services available at StevensPointOrtho.com. That is StevensPointOrtho.com. Also brought to you today in part by the Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. So Freza up here with the bases loaded here. 2 outs. Hopper misses just outside, and it's 1-0 now to your Oliver Freza here is 0 for 2. Grounded to short and has struck out here today thus far. Ball hit on the ground to second. Play made there by Hammerly, the 4-3 ground out to end the Chargers' half of inning number 5 for the third out. But they do score a run here. It's 2-1 now. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 5. Chelly out front 2-1. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you in part from Hoff Favor Realty. Back in one moment.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen eclairs in my dressing room.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
All right, we are back for the bottom half of inning number 5. Chris Sipple back out on the hill here for the Chargers. And for Pacelli, you'll have 9, 1, and 2 coming up here with Braden Flaker here to lead things off here. Braden with a single and a run scored, so 1 for 1 here today. Want to give thanks to Felt's Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun, and a called strike here to Flaker. It's 0-1 now. Braden did a nice job in that last half inning tracking that fly ball down. That ball was hit, narrowly missed getting out of here, in fact. It's 1-1 now to Braden Flaker. Sipple working here out of the stretch. And that one's going to be fouled down the first base line. It goes 1-2 now to Braden. Both teams with 4 hits apiece. Shelley with a 1-run lead here in this game. And that's in there for a called third strike, and the first out here recorded by Chris Sipple in the bottom half of inning number 5. So Flaker down on strikes. 1 out now here for senior shortstop Melise Badoon. Melise 0 for 2 here today. He flew out to right in his last at-bat, grounded to third in his first at-bat. Breaking ball just misses. It's 1-0 now to Melise. That ball hit, and that's going to find a base hit there for Melise Badoon. Nice job there by the senior to collect his first hit here today. And that'll bring up sophomore center fielder Jaden Garski. Jaden reached on an error in his last at-bat. That was back in the third. So 1 out with Badoon over at first. Jaden Garski here. And that is in there, a called strike to Jaden. It is 0-1 now. Sipple and a delayed steal, and I believe that Badoon is going to be in there. Getting himself into scoring position for the Cardinals. Pretty nice throw there, too. So Garski 1-1 coming up. That'll miss inside. It goes a 2-1 now to Jaden. The temperature is starting to slowly go down. Don't want to jinx it, but it is April in Wisconsin. And Badoon on the base paths trying to cause some consternation, a pickle situation, and they're going to get Badoon out on the base paths for the second out. So Garski with a 2-1 count now. 2-1 to Jaden. Sipple working from the stretch here for the Chargers. The pitch. That'll miss down low. It's hitters count coming in 3-1 to Garski. You've got the senior Lucas Hammerly in the on-deck area for the Cardinals. Sipple working from the stretch. The 3-1 offering here is inside, and Garski will be aboard with the base on ball. That'll bring up Lucas Hammerly. Lucas 1 for 2 here this afternoon. He singled in his last at bat back in the third. The speedy sophomore Jaden Garski over at first. Check back on Garski. He is in there. Sipple with a nice move over there as well. Pitch here to Hammerly, and that'll miss up. It's 1-0 now to Lucas. Hammerly lifts that one into the air. Playable here at third base, and the play will be made, and that will retire Lucas Hammerly for the third out. We are through 5 innings complete here. A runner left on, 1 hit, no runs. We will move to the top half of inning number 6. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part today from Hoff Favor Realty. 6th inning coming back in 1 moment.
In every department at Dull Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dull Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dull Auto, simple.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com. All
right, we are back. One of our many game day sponsors today here in Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. For all of your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Also brought to you today in part by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. So Kelton Knopper is back out for his 6th inning of work here this afternoon. Kelton with 7 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts today. He and the Cardinals clinging to a 1-run lead as we get into the late goings here in this non-conference game on a somewhat brisk Thursday afternoon here on the 10th day of April. And Hudson Miller up here now for the Chargers. Hopper's pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1 quickly to Hudson Miller. Hudson with a walk and strikeout here today, so 0 for 1 on the afternoon for Hudson, the number 5 hitter here today, the left fielder. That ball misses down. It's 1-1 now to Hudson. Colby Winston in the on-deck area for Wittenberg-Birnamwood. Shelley with the 5 hits here today. Wittenberg with the 4 hits. Ball misses upstairs. It's going to go to 2-1 now to Miller. Opper's pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. It's even now, 2-2 to Miller. In Hudson 0 for 1 here today. Airplane flying overhead on this brisk day, and a swing and a miss, and another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Kelton Opper. That's his 8th here today. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. 1 out here now for Colby Winstonson here. He is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Pitch to Colby, misses out. It's 1-0. Eddie Nowinski, the on-deck hitter here for the Chargers. And that's in there for a called strike. It's 1-1 now. Of course, Buchel 325 down the 2 lines here. 375 straightaway center. Wisconsin River in the backdrop there. Pretty nice place to play baseball in my humble opinion. It's 2-1 now to Colby. With 1 away. Top half inning number 6. Pacelli again with a 2-1 lead here in this one. Opper's 2-1 pitch here is high and out. It's 3-1 hitters count now to Colby. Sorry, 3-1 hitters count coming up here to Colby. And that catches a corner. Nice pitch there by Opper to push the count now to full. And that ball back into the fencing here. Count remains full. Opper's pitch here on the way, and a swing and a miss. And another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here for Mr. Opper. That's his 9th here today by my math. Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel, you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never ever happened. 2 outs now for Eddie Nowinski. Ball's going to get out of play. So it's 0-1 now to Eddie. That ball is going to be hit into right field, and we'll see if they go with the play to first, and he'll be in there. Sometimes a sharp hit ball. It was a nice hit baseball, but we saw that Tuesday night actually. Sometimes that can. Now we got a new hitter coming up here. And that looks, let's just get our information here. So that is number 14. If 10's hitting, okay. We got, looks like Bryson Schmid and Carson Meverden, the pinch runner. Courtesy runner, we'll say. So we've got Schmid at the plate here. Pitch here misses down low to Bryson Schmid. Hitting in the 8th spot for Salveson. 2 outs here, the 1-0 to Bryson. And they'll say he went as he did. So it goes 1-1 now to Schmid. Hoppers move back. Everton able to get back in time. Hopper pitching very well today. The 5 hits surrendered over the course of nearly 6 innings of work, 5 2/3 to be exact. It's 1-1 now here to, beg your pardon, 2-1 to Bryson. The 2-1 offering here from Hopper is in there, and a called strike. It goes even now at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And another Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. That's number 10 for Kelton Hopper here to end the Chargers' top half of inning number 6 here. It's 2-1 here. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 6. Chelly out front here, 2-1. You are listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Realty Group. Back in one moment.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
All right, we are back. One of our many game day sponsors today, Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Also brought to you in part by the Tomorrow River School District. Great things are happening at the Tomorrow River School District with open enrollment now open. Come and join the Falcon family. Are you ready to fly with us? So Tomas Uemura comes up here. He's 0 for 2 here today with Chris Sipple out in his 6th inning of work for the Chargers. And Uemura looks at ball 1. Tomas playing at first here today. Pitch here to Tomas. Lifted in the air. And playable. And the play will be made. So the F8 fly out to center to get Uemura for out number 1. And that'll bring up third baseman here, Sully Schober, hitting here today in the 5 spot. 5 spot, I beg your pardon. He's 0 for 2 here today. It's kind of a combination of spot and slot. The 5 spot, the 5 slot. There you have it.
Webster, where you at?
So Schober coming up here. And that's in there for a called strike. It's 0-1 now to Sully. Ooh. That one fouled off. May have gotten a piece there of our catcher, I think. Looks to be okay. That was Sipple now up 0-2 now to Schober. One out, nobody on. Bottom half inning number 6. And that just misses, and it's 1-2 now to Sully. Hit on the ground, and play will be made. The 4-3 put out to get Sully Schober for out number 2. Dahl Automotive in Stevens Point has over 1,300 vehicles, but they want more, so they'll offer an extra $500 over book value for your trade-in vehicle. Shop DahlAuto.com for the best selection in the area, or stop in to see them at Dahl Honda just off Stanley Street, or at Dahl Chrysler on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. So Eric Reinke up here. He is 1 for 2 here this afternoon. Singled, stole a base back in inning number 4. He looks at strike number 1. It's 0-1 now to Reinke. Ball misses out. It's 1-1 now to Eric. Tightly contested game here, 2-1. Breaking ball in there, and a nice one at that. Boy, that thing had some very serious, call it, bite to it. Sometimes hear that in golf. Hit a ball, you want the ball to bite. Sometimes a curveball does that. A nice bender. That ball is hit back. Foul here. It remains 1-2 to Reinke. So again, Reinke 1 for 2 here this afternoon. And a swing and a miss, and a nice pitch there by Sipple, who's looked sharp through 6. We are through 6 innings complete here. We'll move to the 7th. Pacelli still out front 2-1 here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you today in part by Hoffhaver Realty. Back here in one moment.
Imagine if your orthopedic clinic, surgery center, and physical therapy were all in one place with one team. At Stevens Point Orthopedics, you'll have a clinic where a friendly voice always answers your call. If you need further care, it's a short walk to meet our surgery center team, or down the hall to meet a group of our physical therapists. There is one space and one team for the best orthopedic care in central Wisconsin. That's Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment and hometown care.
The Auto Service Specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, we are back here, one of our many game day sponsors today, in Maida Custom Apparel. Maida Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at MaidaCustom.com. Also brought to you today in part by the Shuda Funeral Home. Shuda Funeral Services in Stevens Point and Plover is here to help you with all of your funeral needs with 2 convenient locations and a personal local touch. Let their experienced staff serve your family. Learn more at ShudaFuneral.com. That's ShudaFuneral.com. So 9-1-2 here for the Chargers. That's Easton Davis coming up. The right fielder here reached into the 1-5 fielder's choice in his last at-bat. And he looks at strike 1. It's 0-1 here from Kelton Opper, back out for his 7th inning of work. Ball hit on the ground. Schober And a play is made there by Sully Schober, the 5-3 putout for out number 1.
95 pitches.
Hopper at 95 is our unofficial count, pitch count anyways. Xander Barkey coming up here. Xander is 2 for 3 this afternoon. So it's 1-0 now to Barkey. Kelton misses a little high. It's 2-0 now. It's been a very good baseball game here today between two what I would consider very elite pitchers here. 2-1 now to Barkey, with Sipple and Opper going toe-to-toe here in the rubber for both of their respective teams. 2-1 pitch here to Barkey. And that's in there for a called strike. It's 2-2 now. Don't see any activity in the Cardinal bullpen. And that miss is just outside. It's full now. So 1 out, full count coming up here to Xander Barkey. And he will draw the base on ball. And a mound visit coming up here. That might be all for Kelton, just based on the virtue of pitch count, I would guess. He would be in line for the win if things should remain as is. A lot of baseball left, though. We'll take a brief commercial pause, though, I believe, with a pitching change coming up here. We'll bring it right back here in just one moment. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today by Hoff Favor Realty. Back in one moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
All right, we are back here. Coach Sankey going with senior right-hander, Tomas Uemura, to try to close things down here in the top half of inning number 7, clinging to that 2-1 lead here. Kelton Opper's final line here, of course, unofficially my math sometimes, but would be in line for the win if things maintain. He has surrendered the 5 hits here today. The 1 run, 1 walk, and the 10 serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here for the senior left-hander. And again, Tomas Uemura coming in here to try to close things down for the Cardinals on this non-conference game here. Again, both teams back in action on Saturday. Pacelli will host a doubleheader here against Eau Claire Regis. Start time of that one will be 11 o'clock. And my weather friends up here tell me it's going to be close to 60 degrees and sunny on Saturday, so we will absolutely take that. So Owen Dickman coming up here with 1 out. Runner at first, Uemura in there for a called strike. Uemura works out of the stretch here for the Cardinals. The check back over to Opper. So they, in essence, swap positions. Opper goes to first, with Uemura out on the hill here for Pacelli with 1 out. And an 0-1 count here to second hitter to the year, Owen Dickman. Ball hit on the ground. That's going to get through. A base hit for Owen Dickman. And that will bring up Connor Meverden, who is 1 for 3 here this afternoon. Hitting here in the number 3 spot is Connor, the third baseman here. A couple runners on with Dickman and down at first. And Barkey down at second. And a nice pitch in there, a breaking ball, get in the corner there. It's 0-1 now to Connor. 1 out. Uemura trying to get the close out here. Ball pulled foul. It's 0-2 now to Connor. Uemura set. His 0-2 pitch here is in there for a called strike. And the second out here. And the first Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Tomas Uemura. And that'll bring up Oliver Freza now with 2 outs. Couple runners on here. Uemura working from the stretch. Pitch is in there for a called strike to Oliver Freza. I'll tell you what, this Tomas kid has a really nice arsenal of pitches. Well, we'll talk more about that at another time, but ball misses down and out. It's 1-1 now. So 1-1 here to Freza. That miss is just outside. It goes 2-1 now to Oliver. You've got Hudson Miller, the on-deck hitter here. Should Oliver Freza reach here. 2-1 here to Oliver. Grounded foul down the third base line. Near the Pacelli dugout there. So it's even at 2-2 now to Oliver Freza. Uemura set. The pitch. And that's in there for called strike 3. And Tomas Uemura getting it done here. Pacelli comes out of here with a non-conference 2-1 victory here today. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up next. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll hopefully get a few words here from Coach Wayne Sankey and a player of the game who I believe I know who that might be. But we'll get going for that here. We'll bring it right back here in just a few moments for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. You've been listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends from Hoff Favor Realty. Back here for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show in 1 moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
All right, we are back out here. Buchholz Park here. Head coach Wayne Sankey, you guys come out here, a very impressive victory. Wittenberg-Birnamwood, tightly played game, 2-1, really a pitcher's duel. Chris Sipple and Kel Knopper going toe-to-toe today. Little colder day for baseball, but coach, you come out of here with a non-conference victory. Walk us through a game like today.
You know, I think that we got those 2 runs. That's big for us to be able to move those guys, and then get those 2 guys on bases, which obviously they're fast old rivals. I'm old enough to have coached in that, so it's going to be nice to see Regis. We haven't played them in a long time. They're very well coached. They're usually a really good, solid ball club, so it's going to be fun to get some good weather, get some more pitchers, some more innings, and hopefully we keep getting better.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, anything else before we turn it over here to, I think, Kelton Knopper, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player?
Yeah, you know, the guys keep building, keep getting better. You know, we've only had actually 1 outdoor practice. We've played 4 games now. We'll get outside tomorrow and we'll go through some things, but, you know, their expectations are high this year, and so are mine of them. So we're going to keep getting better, and hopefully that shows on the field. And, of course, we got to be good to the people.
Got to be good to the people. You bet. That's head coach Wayne Sankey. Be good to the people here. Kelton Knopper, first of all, you come out here, and I was telling coach here, and he was telling us as well, but your second appearance here today, but 2 really quality pitchers, I'll say 2 elite pitchers, you and Chris Sipple over there. Tightly contested game. You knew it was going to come down to the little things, the pitching, both squads. Talk about a performance today.
I was just trying to control what I could control. Obviously can't help what goes around me, so I just control what I can control, and my teammates got my back. I know they do. They're really good.
They really are, and you guys improved to 2-2. You pitched very well. I had you for the 10 Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here today. But more importantly, you guys come out of here with a non-conference victory coming off that game Tuesday night. You get kind of going further into the schedule here, a lot of baseball in front of you. Kelton, what else can we expect from you in this Pacelli squad? You're certainly one of the senior leaders, no doubt.
I know definitely these guys love baseball, and they show up to the ballpark every day just ready to be here. They love being here, right? I mean, we're not making anyone be here, so that's why they love it.
Well said, Kelton. Anything else before we get you into our Zaleski Sports Highlight House here today?
No, not as of right now.
Okay, well, Kelton, I know you know the drill. You're a senior. You've been in the house a few times here. We'll get you counted down. I'll have you look right up there, and you'll be in the house. So we'll go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Kelton Knopper, and I'm in the house.
Kelton, nice job today. We'll give you the handshake. All right, well deserved. That is senior left-hander Kelton Knopper here today, who gets the very impressive victory here out on the hill for the Cardinals. They moved to 2-2 on this young season due Pacelli. Wittenberg-Birnamwood falls to 2-1. Both teams, as we mentioned, will be back in action Saturday. Pacelli will be hosting a doubleheader out here at Buchholz here at 11 o'clock. We'll have those games, both of those games on Zaleski Sports here on Saturday, an 11 o'clock start. As we mentioned here with Coach Sankey, couple of old rivalries back going to the Eau Claire Regis and Stevens Point Pacelli. Back in those WISA days with the CWCC, the Central Wisconsin Catholic Conference. But either way, should be a good day of baseball here on Saturday, doubleheader. Hopefully lots of people can come out. It's going to be a nice day here for some baseball here in early April. But again, here a final out at Leo Cub Manchesky, Buchholz Field. 2-1 Pacelli with the victory. Kelton Knopper, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player. For Brandon Berencott and Braden Sutter on our production here with Zaleski Sports, have yourselves a very good rest of your Thursday night. Be sure to tune in on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. We'll have both of those on Zaleski Sports. Have yourselves a good rest of the night, everyone.